5 players who could leave Manchester United in the January transfer window. Manchester United will be backing Ralf Rangnick in the January transfer window, but it is outgoing business that is likely to keep the club busier in the new year. The arrival of the interim manager may revive the fortunes of those who struggled for game time under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, with Donny van de Beek among those said to be valued by the German coach. Diogo Dalot is another who looks set to benefit from the change in management, but elsewhere in the squad, there are players determined to find a new club in 2022. Metro.co.uk assesses the most likely candidates to leave Old Trafford in January. With just 4 starts in all competitions this season, Anthony Martial's hopes at Old Trafford look bleaker than ever. While a knee problem has ruled him out of Rangnick's games in charge so far, there are few convinced that the Frenchman will carve out a role for himself within the German's high-intensity pressing game. The forward's agent revealed earlier this month the 26-year-old forward wants to leave in January, with talks between the player and manager understood to have taken place in recent days. Barcelona, Juventus and, rather inevitably, Newcastle United are all interested parties, but Sevilla is understood to be Martial's favoured destination. Once the game's most expensive teenager, United are hoping to recoup £30 million should they part company with him in the coming weeks. The Uruguay international was in inspirational form for United at times last season, ending the campaign with 17 goals in all competitions. United fought tooth and nail to keep him for another year in the summer, but fitness issues have limited him to just 2 starts this term. With Cristiano Ronaldo's presence at the club also limiting his game time, United could have a big decision on their hands. Barcelona are keen to lure Cavani to the Camp Nou, while Brazilian outfit Corinthians have also reportedly made a huge offer to bring him back to South America. Cavani could however have a key role to play in the second half of the season as he did last term, particularly with United still fighting in the Champions League, with a last 16 tie with Atletico Madrid on the horizon. United's situation with Paul Pogba is simple: cash in during the January window, or risk losing the Frenchman for nothing for the second time in 10 years, when his deal expires in July. The Frenchman's future has been a source of speculation for much of his time at Old Trafford, with Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid and Juventus all expressing interest in the midfielder. Recent reports suggest United will not consider a sale in January unless Pogba confirms to the club he has no intention of signing a contract extension. So far, that has not happened, with Pogba still open to signing a new deal at Old Trafford. There will be no shortage of suitors for Jesse Lingard in January, who proved just how effective he can be during his excellent loan spell at West Ham United during the second half of the 2020-21 season. The England international is another to have entered the final 6 months of his contract at Old Trafford, with United needing to cash in fast or lose him for nothing in the summer. West Ham are keen to bring the attacking midfielder back to East London, while Newcastle have also been credited with keen interest. Offers will no doubt tempt United, but with the arrival of Rangnick offering many fringe players the chance to stake a claim in the first team once again, Lingard is now said to have decided to remain in Manchester and fight for a regular role. Newcastle have also reportedly put their move for the player on hold for now, while it remains to be seen whether West Ham will return with an offer. Lingard was in talks over a new deal earlier this season, but no further dialogue has taken place after talks collapsed in November. He has made 8 Premier League appearances this season, all as a substitute, while his 2 starts were in the Carabao Cup and a recent Champions League dead rubber against Young Boys. Dean Henderson's United future looked promising last season, sharing first-team duties with David De Gea after establishing himself as one of the county's best young goalkeepers after 2 seasons on loan with Sheffield United. Contracting COVID hampered his pre-season, however, and the 24-year-old has played just twice for United this season. His opportunities have no doubt been limited by De Gea's impressive form, with the Spain international starting in both of Rangnick's league games in charge so far. 3 players who flopped, and 1 bright spark in Man United's draw with Newcastle. I'm not having that. Gary Neville fumes at what Cristiano Ronaldo did in Man United draw. Frustrated Ralf Rangnick calls out Man United stars by pinpointing biggest problem: Henderson's future at Old Trafford could be further complicated, with recent reports suggesting the club are impressed with Leeds shot stopper Ilan Meslier. Henderson is desperate for minutes, and while his goal has been to establish himself as the United N01, he is now prepared to find a new club. A big offer in January could tempt United into doing business. More Ralph Rangnick issues, injury and COVID-19 update ahead of Manchester United's clash with Newcastle. More Ralph Rangnick targets tall midfielder as Manchester United transfer priority. For more stories like this, check our sport page. Follow Metro Sport for the latest news on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.